to my channel. Today is, thank goodness it's Friday, and oh, thank goodness it is Friday. As I tell you, the last few days at work were a killer. So I am super happy, super stoked it's Friday. So we're gonna do a little whip and chat. I'm not sure what my topics are gonna be today, just random stuff about what happened to me through the week. So get out your whips and let's get started. There's a train going by right now, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, and they don't blow their horns till around 6 a.m. in the morning, so that's why you can't hear their horns. But yeah, it's going by and the house is shaking. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired because the last 2 days at work, like yesterday was a killer. I thought it was never gonna end, and I just wanted it to end so bad. Nothing was going right on the line. And then when you go out for break, it's like going into a heat wave because it's hot here in Canada. In Ontario this week, it is super brutal hot. And you go to break and I go from the cold to the extreme heat. It wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't so much humidity. I haven't used this pen in a while, so I gotta get some wax in her. It's super hot here in Ontario right now. And today, I guess, is supposed to be the hottest day so far. I'm not sure. Alexa, what's the temperature today?
Right now, it's 25 degrees. Today, expect a high of 33 degrees.
33. What's the humidity? Alexa, what's the humidity?
Right now, the humidity is 84%.
Alexa, what's the humidity in Celsius?
Currently, the humidity is 84%.
Yeah, oh gosh. Sometimes I hate Alexa. Like, I'll say, watch this. Alyssa, what's the temperature today?
Right now, it's 24 degrees. Today, expect a high of 33 degrees.
But I think it's supposed to feel like, I wish I had my tablet, my iPad out here, because I'm recording on my phone. It's probably, the humidity feels like 40 something. It's in Celsius, people, because I live in Canada. No, but did you hear that? I said Alyssa. Every time I yell for my daughter, Alexa turns on. It's quite annoying. It doesn't matter what I do, she just turns on. But that's the problem with that. I think I put too much wax. Oh no, in my pen. So I'm still working on the climax picture. I didn't get far from the last whip and chat because I am working on a custom for a friend. So the day that I did this, I didn't do much that day in diamond painting. I was kind of in a slump, to say. So I didn't do much diamond painting at all. I just texted my friend and I turned my phone on airplane mode, and I don't know if she tried texting me back. Because if I don't put it on airplane mode, people interrupt me while I'm doing my whip and chat. Because it never fails. Someone will call. Nobody usually calls me at this hour in the morning, but my sister will start calling me at around 7-ish, 7:30. These aren't popping. Oh, another thing about this picture. I have no idea where I bought it from because I thought only one store sold it on AliExpress, but as I was going to get links all the time to put on my videos for this, 3 different stores popped up. Now, whether these 3 different stores are all the same store, I don't know. So I honestly, truly don't know where I got this from. I thought there was only one store that sold this picture, but clearly I'm wrong. The one in my wish list is not the one I've been putting on my descriptions below. But on this video, I'll put it on the one that I have in my wish list, because I would think if I had it in my wish list, I would have grabbed it from the wish list, but I don't know. I have so many things in my cart right now, it's ridiculous. I do want to order from Diamond Art Club, and I paid up all my bills today, this morning, before I started this WIP&Chat. I did order 2 things from AliExpress already this week. Oh, and I ordered something that's totally not vaping relating at all. Vaping. What am I talking about? Diamond painting related. Vaping. I got vaping on the brain because I'm out of juice. I have just what's in my tank left. I have some really old juice that I'm scared to even touch, but I will touch it in a pinch. But I have to go down to the vape store at 10 o'clock and grab me 2 bottles of juice because I am right out. I think because I squonk, I over squonk. I don't know, because if I was dripping, I'd probably over drip. You do go through less juice if you use a tank, but I find the tank mutes the flavor. Like, I've been so used to using an RDA that I like the flavor too much. So I was trying to do the checkerboard here to see if I could get it. I'm very crazy about trying to be perfect on my squares. And I know once you fill in it, it will all piece in together, but I don't know. I'm using Rachel Ray's pen today. I haven't used it in a while. I figure because I'm doing single placing, I'll use it today. Because I really like the way it feels when I put them in. I really like this pen. I just don't like that it doesn't have a multi-placer on it. But with these pens you can't, right? But, and this went crooked on me. I got a cricket bump. Cricket bump. But if I have my Rich Crafts pen, I messaged him because I saw these glitter ones on his page, but all the pretty glitter ones are gone. But the other ones aren't ugly either, but they're not really my color palette. Maybe, but he wants $39 Canadian. And I don't know if I can justify paying $39 Canadian on a pen. Like the first one I bought off of him, the prices range because this one I bought off of him, I paid, I think it was like 24 something or $25 he charged me. And then when I bought this one, it went up to, when I bought this one, it went up to $27, and then he messed up and he had to send me a new one. This is the new one. It's not, the actual one that he had was a bit shorter. It was even shorter than this pink one, but it was messed up. So I got this one, and then now $39. It seems like the price goes up every time, and I don't know. Like, I know the exchange and everything and the shipping, but I don't know. I'm like, I could buy a Diamond Art Club. Well, I could, but I would never, I don't think I would ever leave the cart at Diamond Art Club at $39. The shipping alone is $25. I do want to buy one from Diamond Art Club. I was kind of thinking about sending it to my cousin's house. She's coming up in August, but I'm not sure how to do that. So I only have to pay, what is it, $6.99 the Americans pay for shipping? I don't even know. But, like, I still have to pay the exchange, which is whatever, I understand. But it'd be less cost on the shipping, and then she can just bring it up with her when she comes to Ontario. Or I can just get it sent right to my house. I don't know which one I'm gonna do. Because I only have one Diamond Art Club and I do want more. I like the map. And I really like that one of the Statue of Liberty. I'm not American, but I do like that Statue of Liberty. I forget who I seen working on the Statue of Liberty. Was it Dave? Is working on the Statue of Liberty? Or is it Jeremy? No, I don't remember. Somebody's working on the Statue of Liberty, and Laura just finished the New York. That one's really nice too. I would like one of Toronto. This one girl at one of the workshops at the Pink Raspberry, she got a custom done of like Toronto with the CN Tower, and then it has like, there's another milestone down there, and it had it in the picture, and by the water. It was really pretty. I think she took the picture and then she had it customly made. It turned out really super nice. I have one more custom down at the Pink Raspberry of Glass Tiger that I'm gonna have to pick up, but they've been so busy, swamped with orders. I'm not really in a rush for it, so whenever they get it kitted up for me, it's fine. Because I'd rather see them get their stuff out to you guys before me. Because I just can go there at any time. Heck, I could probably go there and kit it up myself if I really wanted to. But they have lots of people that kit up for them. They got their summer help. And it doesn't take them long to kit up either. very boring week. This is probably going to be a boring whip and chat. Because I did have a boring week. I had Monday, Tuesday off. I did some videos. I got some mail. There should be one today. There should be another one today. A package coming. It's in Mississauga. It was in Mississauga. It's probably headed here all night. Not that Mississauga is far from here. About 2.5 hours or something. But I find if my packages get delivered from China to Mississauga, I find that it gets here a lot quicker. If the packages get shipped to Vancouver, I should expect at least 5 more days. And there is a package in Vancouver right now. And I'm not sure the status of it. It still says in transit. And then one time when it was in, it stopped in Winnipeg for a while. Why it stopped in Winnipeg for a while, I have no idea. Maybe it takes a plane from Winnipeg to Toronto. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure why that happens. But that one took, and like the worst part is, Evermoment always seems to be coming from Vancouver. So, I ordered Evermoment last week. So I'm not even expecting Evermoment for 3 weeks. Because it must come on a boat. Because this is my theory. I don't know if it's true or not. I wish I knew. But I feel like the stuff that comes on a boat ends up in Vancouver. And the stuff that is flown in the air, like in the airmail, goes straight to Mississauga. And I know that Hooligan goes right to Mississauga. Now the Dispaint store goes to Mississauga, and I was informed by one of my viewers that Dispaint store and Home Fun are affiliates. I did not know that. And my next one is Home Fun. My next paint incoming is Home Fun. I did not know. I'm trying to pick different ones to try different places. And I did not know that they are they're probably all affiliated at some way or shape or form. I know that there's Evermoment, and then there's the EM store, which is an affiliate to Evermoment, but it comes like an Evermoment. Like, it doesn't look any different than an Evermoment. So, like, I just call it Evermoment, but they do have an affiliate. But this one that I ordered this time is coming right from, it says it's right from Evermoment, so. But I think the very first one I got, that was the girl and the guy. It's in my video of stuff that I have done already. The girl and the guy kissing and the train's coming, and she has the umbrella. It was, I think that came actually from the EM store, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm pretty sure it did. I really liked that painting. It was nice. The drills were awesome. My second Evermoment, I felt like the drills were a little bit popping, I'm not gonna lie. But not like horribly bad that I got frustrated by it. And this one looks like it's pretty good. So far, so good. Not too bad. My sister's working on her custom, like the custom I did for that wedding. And she's like, the drills are popping. I'm like, welcome to my world from before. I'm like, I am glad I am not doing that painting anymore. And my cousin's like, sends me a text. She's like, wow, I can't believe the diamond painting you did for my daughter. You are talented. And I like kind of chuckled to myself. Oh, well, I'm talented sticking diamonds on a grid that has numbers. But I guess, well, I guess you gotta have a little bit of talent too, because I've seen some diamond paintings from people that aren't very pretty. So I guess you do kind of have to have a knack to it. But like, I'm like a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. I need to have everything square and nice, and it bothers me if it's not. So, and I know like when you have your light pad on and you're doing squares and you can see in between the lines, it frustrates me. But I know as soon as I turn off the light, you're not going to see that. But it still kind of annoys me. I'm not going to lie. That I can see through. But I know as soon as I turn off the light, boom, you can't see it, right? But I know it's like, it just bugs me. And look at, I can see her foot. Her foot is right here. Yeah, so I don't know. Call me crazy. I'm a little crazy this morning. My sister's bugging me to clean out the air conditioner outside. So at some point today, I gotta go ask, but I have to ask my neighbor for the hose. So Jen, if you're watching this, can I borrow your hose? I have to clean out the air conditioner so it runs efficiently, because it's full of, you know, outside gunk. And it should be cleaned. I cover it through the winter, but it still gets full of stuff throughout the year. And I need to clean it. And it's so hot out there to cut the grass, but I've been very blessed that my sister's boyfriend's been cutting it for me. But it's too hot right now for him to even come over here and cut it. I wouldn't expect him to. And we've cut it so much that now the grass is turning brown. That's the thing, like, cut the grass, but then it turns brown. And it looks like it's dying. We had a little bit of rain the other day. But it was like rain, rain, rain for the last few months. And it brought back the crops on the fields really late, which means bad for my company, because the worse the fields are, no vegetables are being harvested. So harvest was late this year for peas. Usually harvest of peas is mid-June. And this year it was the first week of July, which is super late. And we've been having all the offshores working with us in packaging, but they have started up processing. I haven't been back there to even look what they're doing. It stinks. Like, if you come to my town and you smell a horrible smell, it's my factory, because we do our own water. We recycle our water, and the tanks that they recycle the water are nasty outside and they smell. and then all the vegetables that go to the farmers gets crunched outside, and that smells. And it's nasty. But maybe I've become immune to the smell. I don't smell it as much anymore. Because like when I worked at my other job, I got immune to the smell of gel. It smells like wet dog when you first go in and people cover their nose, but I was so immune to the smell that I didn't smell it anymore. If I went back there now, I'd probably smell it because I haven't been there in 3 years. But not like I'll ever go back there. Ever. In my lifetime. So yeah, it's kind of boring because I'm trying to do all the ones. But I'm almost done the ones here. And then I can start a different letter. I like looking at this and I'm like, oh, there's like a lot of one color. It ain't gonna be so bad. Yeah, it's still confetti-ish. Because they're like in patches. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. How it goes. But I don't know. So this morning, I gotta catch up on some of my videos on YouTube. I usually do that in the morning while I diamond paint. I don't know, is any of you guys addicted to television like I am? I am addicted to TV. Right now, well, on Mondays, I've been watching The Bachelorette because I'm a sucker for romance, even though I can't find one in my own life, but I love watching that show. I'm so happy she dumped Luke. If you haven't watched it yet and I just ruined it for you, I'm sorry. But I've been watching that. That guy is hot. He's good looking, but he's got some serious issues. Like, I'm one to love my faith, but I think he's extreme. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Don't shoot me because of my opinion, but that's what I think. And then I'm really addicted to right now, I'm not even gonna lie, is Love Island. The American version, not the British version, the American version that's on right now. Oh my goodness, I love that show. And it would have been Wednesday night, I was watching it and I fell asleep before the ending, and there's another girl at work watching it and she's like, she was talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that show too. She's like, oh, I was so mad at the new coupling up. And I'm like, don't tell me yet because I fell asleep and I didn't get to watch that part. So when I got home from work yesterday, I turned it on right away because I knew a new episode was coming on at 8 o'clock. So if I haven't been catching anybody's lives in the evening, you know why. It's because I'm addicted to these TV shows right now while they're airing. I don't know how much longer Love Island will be on, but I know as soon as The Bachelorette is done, there'll be Bachelor in Paradise, and I kind of like those ones too. Let's face it, I don't like drama in my life, but I like listening to other people's drama. Like TV drama, you know what I mean? Like drama on reality TV. It's really good. And then last night, I had to watch The Handmaid's Tale. which I love having my Android box because I can watch it in the American airing date and not the Canadian airing date, because the Canadian airing date, it is only on Sunday. So I watched the Hulu one on the Android box because I can't wait to watch it on Canadian television, which I do have that channel that it does air on, but by the time it airs on Sunday, I've already watched it. Because I can't wait to watch it, and I think she is going cuckoo bananas in it. I don't know if I necessarily like this episode or not. It was all based on the hospital and her punishment there. She had to stay there with the girl that got shot at the grocery store. If you haven't watched the show, you really know what I'm talking about. But I think she's gone a little cuckoo bananas, and I think she realized at the end that she was going cuckoo bananas. But I really, truly love that show. It is my all-time favorite. Then I tried finding a podcast on it, and the first podcast I found kind of upset me a little bit because they were like trashing it. And I'm like, what? Do all podcasts of shows you like is people trashing the show? Because I wanted to find a podcast that is in love with the show as much as I've only tried one, so there's a few more of them. There's these two British ladies. I might try them out and see what they're talking about. But I was kind of upset that they were trashing it the way they were. It's like, why even watch it if you're gonna trash it? I don't know. That's my opinion. I kind of wanted to send them a message on their Instagram because I was upset, but I didn't. It's like, why do you do a show and then trash it? I guess you get more ratings, right? I don't know. But I should have known because my niece says she listened to podcasts. Like, my niece is addicted to Teen Mom. She loves that show. And I think it's only because she was a teen mom, so she can relate. But I don't know if that's why she likes it so much. She's not a teen anymore, but she had her first child at the age of 16. And I'm still waiting for a grandbaby, if one ever comes. I don't know. My son called me, gave me a scare. I love my son, and I know my son will be a good father. But his situation right now would not be in their best interest to have a baby. And it's not that I don't want him to have a baby, because I do. I just don't have faith in the person he's with to take care of that baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he lives so far away. I'll never see my grandbaby. That's the sad part about it all. Is he lives too darn far away from me, and I miss him terribly, and it makes me angry that my ex-husband is going out there to see him because I financially can't go out this summer to see him. But my goal is to go out there. Is that a 2? Yeah. My goal is to go out there next year, because I heard there's cheap flights out west now through a certain airline, and I am going to see if I can book a flight for me and Alyssa to go out next year. I don't know what time, maybe during my shutdown at work, but it's so close to the end of the year for Alyssa, so I don't know if that will be feasible. I thought about driving, but that's an awful long drive across the country, because if I drove, then I'd be able to say that I've seen the majority of Canada, but it's such a far drive. I don't know if I could do it alone. Like, I'd have to bring someone with me because I couldn't do all that driving. And like, where I live now, there's no moose, but driving there's moose along the way. And I am so terrified of hitting a moose because you'd be dead. Like, if my Ford Focus hit a moose, we'd be dead. And I know I shouldn't have those fears, and I probably wouldn't drive at night because I'd probably have to find, then you have to think about, you have to find a hotel for the night because you can't drive straight through. Well, at least I can't. And I heard that Saskatchewan is like flat prairies all the way through, flat land. So that sounds kind of boring. But I know the other parts, like Alberta, is beautiful. I'm not sure about Manitoba. But, or I could cut through the States and cut down some of my time. I could do it that way. I could go all the way around Ontario, but why would I bother when I could cut through the Cheechumon if I was going through Canada way? I don't know. I'd love to go to Nova Scotia too, the East Coast. That's a lot closer to me than where my son is. That would be beautiful because you're right by the ocean. Well, you're at the ocean in BC too. My son lives right on the sunny coast. He lives right by the water. I so want to go see him. I so like to see some mountains in Canada. I haven't seen any. But like, it's really funny because I live in Ontario, but I live in southwestern Ontario. And then there's up north Ontario. And when you start getting close to up north Ontario, you're like, it looks like you're going to, like, you won't see it. So pretty much past Barrie, when you start going up to cottage country and that, then you start seeing the change and how beautiful Ontario is with, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it feels like you've gone into a different province, but you're still in Ontario because it's so beautiful up there. And it's so like, not very highly populated, and the wildlife, like that's where you're gonna start seeing moose, and you're gonna start seeing bears, wolves, all the wildlife we have in Ontario. But I'm done with the O's. Let's stop for a minute and see which one I should do next. I think I'm gonna do N next. I really love these Harbor Freight containers. I asked my cousin to bring me 6. And I'm gonna keep 4, and I'm gonna give 2 away. Where is N? Oh, here it is. Oh, 666. The number of the beast. If anybody believes in that stuff. If anybody believes in that. So yeah. Ontario is beautiful. When you go up north, I went to, when I was married, we went camping, me and my ex-husband, to Algonquin Park. Like if you lived in Ontario, if you look at a map in Ontario, Algonquin Park is like the biggest provincial park in the province. And there's a lot of wildlife in there, bears, moose, wolves, you name it, it's in there. So we decided to go to the very tippy end of the provincial park, and it's like maybe a 10-minute drive to the Quebec border. It's like nothing out there. Like no stores, no nothing. I had to go into Quebec to a little village to go to the dollar store to pick up some supplies. And my friend Jenny, God rest her soul, and her ex-husband came up at the end of our trip, and they went camping with us too. And then one day, me and Jen, we went to town for something. I don't know what, but she was driving, and oh my gosh, she was going down that dirt road. Because you had to drive like on this dirt road for like miles to get to the campsite. And when you got to the campsite, there's only 10 campsites on this part of the park. And it was set on a lake. I remember that much. Because me and my ex-husband somewhere rented a canoe. I don't even remember where we rented the canoe from. But we did rent a canoe up there to go onto the lake. Well, anyway, she's driving down this road at like so fast a speed. And I'm like, Jen, slow down. There's like wildlife on this road. Like, slow down. And then sure enough, once we got to the bridge, don't we see the biggest, this is the first moose I've ever seen in my life since I've lived in Ontario. I've only seen one. And this was the moment when I was with my friend Jenny, that's passed away since now from cancer. But oh my goodness, they are huge. Like, they are taller than a horse. I'm not even lying. We saw a female moose, and I was just at awe of how big she was and how tall she was. Like, I think her legs were as tall as Jen's car. Like, if we hit that, we'd be dead. But she just looked at us and then went down the hill. And I'm like, Jen, like, I was like freaking out. I'm like, slow down on these roads. And that was during the daytime. So they swam a lot in that lake where we were. We've seen moose. Well, I only seen that one, but I'm pretty sure in the tent one night I heard one in the water near our, because our campsite was right by the lake, and I could have sworn I heard one. And then when we went down to the lake part by the shore, we saw some hoof marks. And I'm pretty sure I heard one during the night. I was too scared to get out of my tent to go even check. I didn't see any bears. I have not yet seen a bear in Ontario. One time, me and my ex-boyfriend, we went to Elliott Lake, which is even further in Ontario, but there we had to go on the Chi-Chi-Mon to cross over. Because if we went the long way around, we'd have to go all the way up around the Georgian Bay. And that would take super long. So we cut through the Chi-Chi-Mon to Manitoulin Island, which is a really cool experience to go on a ferry. I don't know if any of you have ever gone on a ferry, but it's a pretty cool experience to put your car, you drive your car on. And that's another part that I'd be super excited about going to see my son, is I get to go on one of those ferries again. But it's expensive to go to the sunny coast. I think Tyler says is you pay to go to the sunny coast, but you don't pay to leave the sunny coast. But you have to pay to return to the sunny coast. Or vice versa. But I'm pretty sure that's what he said. It's a P. But I'm super excited. There would be even more cooler because you're on the ocean on a ferry, and the Chi-Chi-Mon is on a lake. It takes about maybe 45 minutes to cross from where the heck is the Chi-Chi-Mon again? Oh, now I can't even remember the name of the town. It's there in my head. It starts with a T. Why can't I think of it? It'll probably come back to me in another video of where the Chi-Chi-Mon is. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember this? Now it's bugging me. The Chi-Chi-Mon is in... I know it. Tobermory. Haha! I remembered. Tobermory. Me and my ex, we got there super late at night, and like we just went on a whim, and there's no vacancies at any of the hotels, and we drove around in a circle. Then all of a sudden the vacancy light was on, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And we got to stay at, I think, the only hotel in the whole town. I don't know, but yeah. Then in the morning we took the Chi-Chi-Mon over. That was cool. I think we paid back then. This is going back a lot of years now. I think we paid $65 to go over, so I can only imagine what it is now per carload. Because like I said, I haven't been there in years. But it's so beautiful. The water up there is so crystal clear. Like you can see the fish swimming in the water. It's beautiful. It's really nice in Tobermory. But it's such a small little place because it's like right at the peak of a part of Ontario. But it is very pretty out there. Beautiful area to go vacationing. I'm sure there's lots of cottages around there you can rent. I don't know, I haven't really looked into it. but I'm pretty sure there is. So me and my ex-boyfriend, we decided to go to Elliott Lake. We're going to go camping. Now, granted, we went camping maybe the year before that. Our tent was still fine. We went camping in Parry Sound, which is up north too, but not that far up north. It's probably like a 4-hour drive. I don't know if it's a 4-hour drive from Toronto. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to look this stuff up before I start talking about stuff. Well, anyways, we decided that we're going to go camping in Elliott Lake. We're just going to find a campground and go camping. I don't even think we had one picked out. Maybe we did. I don't even remember. Because back then, the internet just came about. We lived out in the country. We had dial-up, which was really awful back then, whatever. So we ended up going. We got to the campground, and then we were like, there's a no campfire banned because there's forest fires happening in Ontario that year. So we're like, well, how are we gonna camp in a tent when you can't even build a fire to make food? So that kind of bit. So we're there the first night. Doesn't it storm and rain buckets? Well, our tent was not in good shape anymore. We were literally woke up to like, at the time I had a dog. I don't have this dog anymore. Her name was Buffy. And when we broke up, he kept the dog, but Buffy was in her little bed. She was just a pup, and we brought her with us. And there was like this much, I don't know if you can see my hands, but this much rain in the tent. And Buffy's bed was floating because it was one of those, you know, those day beds with the sponge. It was floating on top of the water. So what we do, we all cram into the car, and we had to sleep in the car for the rest of the night. And he was mad. He was mad. I'm like, oh, just wait. In the morning, we'll go to Canadian Tire. We'll see about buying a new tent. So then when we get to Canadian Tire, he's like, well, should we even buy another tent? Or should we just find somewhere to spend the rest of our trip? And I'm like, well, it's up to you. Like, I don't know. Like, we could spend the $100 to $150 or $200. I don't know how much it was for the tent. But then with the no fire ban, we're kind of hesitant not to get another tent. And then we saw on one of the bulletin boards that there was a cottage that you could rent for $50 a night at some resort, which was a little ways away, but it wasn't that far. And it was by a lake, which was really cool. So we decided that we were going to do that instead. So we went there. It was an older cabin. They're all joined together. But it had a kitchen and it had, you know, everything we needed. But I don't think we ever made food. I think we just ate out the whole time we were there. I don't even remember. Like I said, it was a long time ago. And they had a hot tub, which was a bonus that we got to go use. And the lake up there was really nice. We went swimming in it. He went fishing one day. I was the only one that caught the fish. But that was a really nice trip up there too in Elliott Lake, because he used to watch fishing shows, and there's like the guy on the fishing show, oh, best place in Ontario to go fishing is in Elliott Lake, so that's why he wanted to go to Elliott Lake. And he didn't even catch one darn fish. But I'm sure if you had a boat with a fish finder, you'd catch lots of fish. But he never caught any fish. But that was a nice trip. I used to have such nice trips with him when we were together. I just like going. We just like going for drives. That was our favorite thing when we were together. Am I doing the right number? That's not the right number. Oh, good gravy. Did I just mess up? Oh my gosh. People, see? I start talking about Raymond and I mess up my drills. Oh, that's right. I think that's all I did wrong. It's not like he'll ever watch my videos to know that I talk about him. And nobody really knows in this town that I have a YouTube channel other than the diamond painting community. A couple of people at my work, but no, I think only one. No, a couple of people at my work, no. I don't publicize it to anybody. But yeah, if you ever want to go on vacation, Ontario is beautiful. If you like nature. Or Toronto. Toronto's also fun. And Canada's Wonderland. Can't come to Ontario though. Can't. The best place is Niagara Falls, like I said before. I love Niagara Falls. I've had some good trips to Niagara Falls too. I don't like Marineland. Don't waste your money if you go to Niagara Falls and go to Marineland. First of all, I think it's a little bit cruel. And second of all, the only good part of all of Marineland is the one show. And other than that, it's not very fun. It was a waste of money, I found the last time. Me and my ex-boyfriend, not the one I just talking about, a different ex-boyfriend, and my kids went. This is a boyfriend that I lived with for 5 years that I don't even want to mention his name because I'm still in denial that I actually dated him. Isn't that terrible? It's terrible. I'm a terrible person. No, I'm not, because he wasn't a very good boyfriend. So there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think I've talked about him before. Anyway, oh my gosh, I'm yawning because it's early in the morning, and I like to get up at the crack of dawn. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been pausing throughout my video because I'm vaping. Oh, you can still see some vapor. I'm vaping because I don't want to vape in everybody's face. So I pause it for a little bit. So the last stretch was 32 minutes. I don't know what the stretch was before that because I didn't check. I just want to give it a decent amount of time of a video out for you guys all to work on your projects. I did, because I worked the last few days, I did watch Rambling Rose's video of the custom she got from the pink raspberry. I got pretty upset when I saw that some of the glue, the adhesive didn't stick to a part of her canvas, like 2 little spots, and think I'm gonna go down the pink raspberry and get some adhesive and send it to her in the mail, because I feel bad that that happened. And who wants to glue? I sure wouldn't want to use glue to glue. She said it's not that big of a deal. I do know that they are starting out. It is a new business. There is going to be flaws. I get that. And I understand that too, but not everybody will be as understanding as we are. But I guess if you order from China, you got to expect to. You get what you get. They're just starting out. They're still learning. They're still learning the process. Who knows? Maybe they're just using adhesive now. Maybe later on they'll actually use pour glue. Who knows? Like, you never know what the possibilities are. They can always grow. I'm sure every company wasn't perfect when they first started out. You only improve with time, right? You improve by your mistakes and what you learn. And that's all you can expect from anybody, right? The custom I'm working on now had a bit of a flaw too. I'm not gonna lie, but I had some adhesive here that Cheryl gave me for that picture I was doing for my friend that was all messed up. There's some parts that weren't sticky, so she gave me some adhesive. So that piece of adhesive, I just fixed it myself. I didn't even tell Cheryl that it happened yet, because I haven't even seen her since I've started my custom. The custom is turning out pretty good. Like, I'm quite impressed. The only thing I can say that I don't like about their canvases right now, but it's not a deal breaker, is when I'm doing rounds, I'm so used to having the circles, and there isn't any circles. Which in the end is better, because sometimes the circles are so big you can kind of see them, and then it kind of drives everybody nuts. But I don't know. I feel like it's harder to stay straight because those circles kind of give you a guideline. But it's not a deal breaker. It's still turning out super amazing. I don't want to show it on video because it is a people, and I don't know if he wants his face. Well, I'm not even at his face yet. I guess I could have worked on it today, but I'm gonna work on it for the rest of the weekend. I'm gonna work on this one maybe for the rest of the day. If I go to the pink raspberry, I have the custom all packed up. I'll probably take that and work on that. If we go, I don't know if Mo wants to go today or not. I haven't been there all week, which they're probably thinking I'm dead, because I haven't been there all week. But like I said, Monday I filmed, and Tuesday I filmed. I actually had a video for every day this week, which is very rare. You won't see that all the time for me. It's just happened because I got mail. And then if I get mail today, I will film it today and it will be posted next week. I don't post anything on the weekend because I figure on the weekend people catch up with what they missed through the week. And I don't want to overload you with videos that you get overwhelmed, because I know I'm not the only channel everybody watches. There's a lot of great channels out there to watch. I watch a lot of them. Try to watch as much WIP&Chats as I can. And I have my favorites. As per, you guys probably have your favorites. I hope I'm one of your favorites. Just like listening to a Canadian girl talk about nothing. Because I have a boring life. Oh, I don't have exciting stories about my family. Alyssa doesn't do anything exciting other than she talks to herself in her bedroom, and I really don't know what she's talking about. Sometimes I think she has secret friends in there. It's like, who are you talking to? And she laughs and giggles and carries on a conversation with her phone. And whatever she's doing on it. Hopefully she's not doing bad stuff. But I trust her. She's pretty. She's a good kid. Like, I can't complain with that one. She's in grade 8 and she's actually good and she never skipped once. She is going to be my angel child, I think. I thought Sarah was going to be my angel child until she found out she wasn't so innocent as I thought she was. You see how your parents, you're naive. But I'm not as naive as my ex-husband. My ex-husband is way more naive. Like, I found out, and I was very upset about it, and she knows I was upset that I found out she smoked weed as a teenager and into her adult. Which now I can't say anything because she's an adult and she can do whatever she wants. Same with my niece. But, and weed to me is not that bad. Maybe because I live in Canada and it's legal now, so I don't think it's that bad. I never did before. I'm not saying I never smoked weed because I have. But do I go out and buy it? No. Sometimes I wonder if I should because I have so much chronic pain. And my doctor won't subscribe me anything. He's like, oh, do you want to walk around like a zombie, Liz? And I'm like, well, no, not really, but I would like to walk around with no pain. So he won't subscribe me anything other than Tylenol 3. And what does Tylenol 3 do other than make you constipated? Really. And then I said one time, I'm just going to smoke Tyler's weed. And my doctor looks at me and goes, go for it. I'm like, that was not the reaction. This was before it became illegal. But it was already legal to buy like medical marijuana when I said this to him. And he's like, go for it. And that's not the reaction I wanted from him. I never did. But I don't know. I just think, oh, my dogs are starting to get whiny because it's light out already and they know it's pee-pee time. It's Lola. She hears me talking and they're in my bedroom because she was sleeping on my bed and I did not want to disturb her. And Gigi was sleeping in his bed in the corner. So they're in my bedroom. I live on a house that everything's on the main floor. The walls are very thin. So you can hear from one room to the other. And Lola's really starting to get antsy. So I'm gonna have to wrap up this video because when she starts whining to go out, she doesn't stop. So I think I am gonna call it a day. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. And if you watch this months from now, I hope it's on a weekend and you're having a fantastic weekend. And I just so thankful that I've hit over 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, we only have 400 more to go before that custom giveaway that I'm super excited to even give away if we ever get to that point, which hopefully we will get to that point someday. I'm hoping. What do you think? I think so. Anyways, If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like, please subscribe to my channel, I'd be super tickled pink, and hit that notification bell, and it'll notify you whenever time I will put up videos, because I don't have a set schedule, so it could be any day. I just like to surprise you. The only days that I have total schedules for is Tag Tuesday, and thank goodness it's Friday, and that's only 2 days of the week, so the other days are special random stuff that I don't know what they're going to be yet until I post it. If you have any ideas of videos you want me to create, put them down in the comments below. Join my Facebook page if you want to see my WIPs and my progress and see all my friends' works and progresses. It is called Diamond Painting Canada, but you do not have to be Canadian to join. You have to answer 3 questions to get in. You answer those 3 questions, me or my 2 administrators of the group will add you. So that's all I got for today. Take care, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Stay cool if it's hot. I know I'm going to be sitting in my air-conditioned central air house for the majority of today because I am not going out in that heat wave, because I know the humidity as soon as I open the door is going to hit me in the face. So take care, everyone. Bye.